Hi there and welcome to this mini video. We'll be sharing the highlights of our 3 days and 2 nights trip to the stunning Old Quebec City flying from the west. We'll be sharing some toddler friendly travel tips, our hotel, and some classic Quebecois cuisine and photo spots you shouldn't miss. If you're like us traveling with a kid or just want convenience, check out Park2Go for their airport parking service with free shuttle to your check-in gate. We just paid about $80 for 5 days of parking. We also booked our tickets with Air Canada and paid about $800 for 2 adults, as kids under 2 fly for free. It already includes our 1 check-in baggage, our seat selection, and in-flight meals. If you don't know this yet, strollers and diaper bag comes free as well. Upon arriving to Montreal International Airport, there are a lot of options to head to Gare Centrale, and since we are not in a hurry, public transit was the most cost-effective option for us. We just paid about $12 per person, and you can buy these tickets at the airport as well. We arrived quite early for our boarding time for Quebec City, but there are lots of cafes and waiting seats at the station. I rarely say this, but Via Rail's customer service was amazing. From priority line to carrying out our stuff till we got seated, they offered assistance without being asked. We paid about $400 for a Montreal to Quebec City round-trip economy tickets for 2 with seat selection. It is a 3.5-hour train ride, so make sure you have snacks and water with you. And just in case if you don't, foods are also available for purchase on board. While we gotta focus on the trip and make sure none of our belongings get missing, it was simply hard not to get hooked and amazed with the scenery, especially when we arrived at Quebec City. We took an Uber to our hotel, and to my surprise, it is actually just located above the city's tourist information center. We stayed at Hotel Manuel Morgan, which we booked through agoda.com, and we paid about $300 for 2 nights. It is quite clean and gave a newly renovated vibe, which I think was a jackpot for us since it is also conveniently close to everything. Here's us just capping out our night with an Italian dinner at Paulina's Pizzeria and a stroll around Chateau Frontenac. Day 2 and first stop on our itinerary for today is to try classic Quebecois cuisine. Did you even go to Quebec City if you did not stop by Le Bouche? With over 6,000 reviews on Google, make sure not to miss this spot. RJ got the Sugar Shack plate, which has a little of everything, and I got the foie gras on poor man's pudding. Of course, a little breakfast platter for the baby. It's not on the video, but they were so nice to give us extra maple taffy to try as well. And not to mention, its fully graffitied washroom is an art in itself. And of course, this dine experience wouldn't be complete without leaving a mark. It was mid-March and the weather was amazing. Ice are just starting to melt, a little chilly with lots of sunshine. It was actually the perfect day for a family photo session as well. And here's another experience you shouldn't miss. Hop on a funicular for only $5 per adult to quickly go down to the lower district. It is cheap, plus you get an amazing panoramic view of Saint Laurent River, and it's very convenient to go to Rue du Champlain. It's a cute little alley with lots of restaurants, souvenir shops, tons of photo spots, a very French vibe, and iconic to say the least. Here's a pro tip. The funicular runs up and down between the lower and upper district, so best to use the funicular when going back up. In our case, we did funicular going down since we did not know any better the first time, but we were wiser the next day and used the stairs going down and funicular going back up. While it is quite easy to get overwhelmed at the beauty of Frontenac at the upper district and the Rue du Champlain at the lower district, make sure to stop by Place Royale, which is actually just right next to Rue du Champlain. If you're not keen enough, it is easy to miss, so make sure to add this to your itinerary and of course use Google Maps. Time to wrap up. Not included in the video, but I mentioned earlier we had a family photo shoot session around the city. We booked it with Lara of LMJ Photography. Her work is as amazing as her personality, and I'll be including some photos from our photo session by the end of this video. We also had a last hurrah of brunch at Le Lapin Sauté at Rue du Champlain. So to summarize, 3 days and 2 nights would actually be an ideal time to allot if you're traveling with a toddler. But going solo or traveling with a pack with no kids and seniors, I would definitely recommend going for 2 days and 1 night only, as all the restaurants and iconic photo spots are walking distance to each other. There may be a lot of things we've missed, like Dufferin Toboggan and going inside the Chateau Frontenac, so I guess those would be the reason to revisit soon. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2 as we show you around the stunning Montreal city.